1 start. As Sir John Donaldson M.R. urged, it is important for the courts to recognize the realities of executive power and not allow their vision to be clouded by the subtlety and sometimes complexity of the way in which it can be exerted. Full stop. Non-governmental bodies such as these are just as capable of abusing their powers as is government. Full stop. Thus, it can be seen that a writ of mandamus or the remedy under Article 226 is preeminently a public law remedy and is not generally available as a remedy against private wrongs. Full stop. It is used for enforcement of various rights of the public or to compel public or statutory authorities to discharge their duties and to act within their bounds. Full stop. It may be used to justice when there is wrongful exercise of power or a refusal to perform duties. Full stop. This writ is admirably equipped to serve as a judicial control over administrative actions. Full stop. This writ could also be issued against any private body or person, especially in view of the words used in Article 226 of the Constitution. Full stop. However, the scope of mandamus is limited to enforcement of public duty. Full stop. The scope of mandamus is determined by the nature of the duty to be enforced, rather than identity of the authority against whom it is sought. Full stop. If the private body is discharging a public function and the denial of any right is in connection with the public duty imposed on such body, the public law remedy can be enforced. Full stop. The duty cast on the public body may be either statutory or otherwise, and the source of such power is immaterial, but nevertheless, there must be the public law element in such actions. Full stop. Sometimes, it is difficult to distinguish between public law and private law remedies. Full stop. According to Halsbury's Law of England, full stop, a public authority is a body, not necessarily a county council, municipal corporation or other local authority, which has public or statutory duties to perform and which perform those duties and carries out its transactions for the benefit of the public and not for private profit. Full stop. There cannot be any general definition of public authority or public action. Full stop. The facts of each case decide the point. Full stop. A contract would not become statutory simply because it is for construction of public utility and it has been awarded by a statutory body. Full stop. But nevertheless, it may be noticed that the government or government authorities at all levels are increasingly employing contractual techniques to achieve their regularity aims. Full stop. It cannot be said that the exercise of those powers are free from the zone of judicial review and that there would be no limits to the exercise of such powers, but in normal circumstances, judicial review principles cannot be used to enforce contractual obligations. Full stop. When that contractual power is being used for public purpose, it is certainly amenable to judicial review. Full stop. The power must be used for lawful purposes and not unreasonably. Full stop. The decision of the employer in these two cases to terminate the service of their employees cannot be said to have any element of public policy, full stop. Their cases were purely governed by the contract of employment entered into between the employees and the employer, full stop.